It's too late to go back now, but welcome to Gaia Nothing, the map that is completely controlled by Gaia buildings and Gaia units. There are actual human players squeezed in here somewhere, and these these poor players, they got excited. They're like, yeah, we got into a community game, and now they're surrounded by this crap. Oh my goodness. Anyways, the goal here is to get to the monument. Now, you might be like, which monument? Because there's monuments everywhere. The goal here is to get to this monument, and it's a King of the Hill game. But my goodness, this is going to be rough. So I guess we'll introduce the players first, and then we'll take it from there. Here in the purple, we have Solaire of Astora, their first community game. They don't even know. Guys, the players don't even know how bad this really is. That's funny. The fact that this is the players' point of view and they're already overwhelmed is hilarious to me. Yes. Also, apparently this map lags a lot because of the entire map being filled to the brim with stuff, so hopefully that gets better. In the gray, very hard to see, is Puppy Saturation, playing as the Saracens. In the red, we have WDW Kid playing as the Byzantines. In the orange, we have No Trick Pony playing as the Vikings. In the blue, we have Snippy playing as the Dravidians. In the green, we have Smallhead playing as the Ethiopians. And oh man, the lag. The lag is rough. We've gone too far. In the yellow, we have Tedic 500 playing in their first community game. And starting to Diplo already. It says, be careful with Snippy, he is a killer. Which is true. But I think you have bigger problems on this map. And then last but not least, we have El Boro Loco, who's also playing in their first community game. So yeah, welcome to community games. And so here's kind of the rules, okay? Or how it works. So it is not possible to convert Gaia. So you unfortunately cannot get to monks and convert them. You can't convert the units that way. You can't convert the buildings that way. What you would have to do is you would pretty much have to kill them. So I'm thinking like archers. And I guess the strategy would be, like, because some of these Gaia units get really strong. There's just, okay, so, like, here, you got, like, some knights mixed in. You're going to need crossbows on the other side. Now, towers are going to be kind of a problem, too. Castles are kind of a problem, too. There's some surprises mixed in. But, yeah, I mean, good luck making your way to the monument. And, it looks like Purple's actually making militia here to try and fight back some buildings already and get a little bit more space. Because you really are going to need space here. Now, resources I'm not sure on. Let's actually toggle this on. So apparently there's still 800,000 wood on the map. It doesn't seem like it, but I guess the trees are crammed between the buildings. There's 66,000 food, which again is surprising. I guess there's going to be berries out there randomly. There's 360k golds, which is still pretty nice. And then there's 69,000 stone. I don't know if you can maybe steal these farms or what. But if you are here with me, thank you guys for watching. I'm coming up like very quickly onto my 10-year channel anniversary. And I'm trying to think of what I do for that. I think I'll do a long video, actually, and talk through the 10 years and just everything. But, you know, I get, like, a little emotional sometimes, and I was just thinking about the journey and how lucky I am to do what I do and have a community that's excited to watch and do the ridiculous things that we do. And sometimes the serious things that we do. And so, yeah, anyways, thanks. That's all I'm saying, is thanks. I would have never guessed that we would have so many people watching this right now. And it all started off, well, not, it was my first video, but, you know, early days was Forest Nothing, so only makes sense that we have a new Nothing map. So, fun fact. There are 2 buildings in Age of Empires that cause the most lag. Do you have any guesses which buildings, chat? Now, a lot of my audience has heard this before and have been with me for many years, so they might know this. Okay, a lot of people are saying mills. So, yes, that is correct. If you zoom out, you can still see the movement of all the mills. Back in the day, I'm not proud of this, but I used to build mills when games were stalematey and I didn't want to lose. So I just built so many mills that the game would eventually be so stuttery and so laggy that I don't know what happened. It just kind of ended. So you can do that. You can lag out the game. What do we have? Let's see how many mills. There's 260 mills. They gotta focus down the mills. The mills are a problem. The second one, guys. The second one. What do you think that is? What building animation causes the most lag after the mills? Ooh, blacksmith is a good guess because of the smoke on the blacksmith. I actually am not sure. Maybe the blacksmith is just as effective. But the other one is the dock, because the dock has this circle of birds that flies above it. There's no docks here to show you, but the dock is always pretty bad as well. I didn't think about it, but the Palisades do have the little wavy flag. So maybe it's just anything that has some animation to it. Okay. Is my stream less quality than normal right now, guys, because of all this? If so, I apologize. My system is trying to deal with recording and broadcasting this at the moment. But, yeah, welcome. There's a lot going on. Exactly. So, big thing to talk about right now would be the eco count. Everyone's done a pretty decent job. But also the military. WDW's actually got a nice strategy. And he's gone militia, and he's being very selective on where he goes with those militia. Because you might not want to go towards the knights. Now, from what they can see, they can only see like 3 or 4 tiles in front of the militia, but this is what they're working with. So far, it seems like the strategy is militia. Smallhead is actually using the TC to shoot down some of the buildings, though. That's actually way faster than I would have thought. I guess it is a Dark Age house. Orange says, don't get Town Watch. It just gets laggier. Wait, so it got laggier because Orange's PC had to deal with more flags and just like more more units on screen. That's funny. I didn't think about that. We actually have Castle Age on the way for Snippy already. By the way, something about Snippy, which was just so funny. This Tedic player in the setup lobby was like, this is my first community game. What map are we doing? How does it work? They didn't even know what they signed up for, right? So anyways, Tedic is like, I'm new, and was being very wholesome. And Snippy said, in the same chat, oh, perfect. Someone I can snipe. And then if you missed it, at the start of the game, Yellow said, don't trust Snippy. And was trying to tell, I think, El Boro Loco about that. You see this Gaia scout? That scout's getting angry. It looks like Yellow's trying to bait it into the TC, but the Gaia units have, like, I think they always stay on this certain piece of land. Oh, they can't get through, actually. They can't get through because of the outpost there. Actually, can we see Gaia Vision right now? I can't even tell. That's Gaia Vision. There you go, guys. Can hardly tell the difference. Normal vision is Gaia Vision. Elboro says, thanks for rigging me in, T90. Good thing I have all evening. Well, first off, it's not a rig. it's a fair process. So you got that wrong. And second, you're welcome. Oh, did you really have to make another mill? I guess they had to. They have no choice. Remember, the goal is to get to this monument, which they should be able to see, so they know the direction they have to go. They're probably confused on which one they need to go for. Because honestly, this Quimper Cathedral looks way better than the monument. At least in my opinion. But I'm just a simple-minded fool who thinks the taller the building, the better. So, infantry, like just man-at-arms, is probably one of your best tools to taking out these buildings. Because you can do it in Feudal Age. Snippy has actually gone Fast Castle, and he's going for Siege. It's kind of unfortunate for Snippy. His civilization doesn't get rams. They get elephant rams, which cost food, and he doesn't really have food eco right now. So Snippy's plan was just Castle Age. Smallhead's plan is just militia and garrisoning the TC. And then WDW and others are going for man-at-arms. But you got to be careful. Like, if you break open the wrong area, you might have knights running in at some point. The further you get, the stronger the army gets that waits. Also, salutes and shout out to Hank for making this. I don't know what on earth made Hank think that this would be the map that he would go for next. But this is actually pretty well done. There's been no bugs yet. The game hasn't crashed. Not that that would be on Hank. I should knock on wood just to make sure that nothing actually happens. But yeah, it's been something. Also, it's Hank, H-E-N-K. It's Hank the Super Nerd. Someone just there's a guy named Hank L in the chat, and someone spoke to the wrong Hank and said, hey, thank you, I hate it. But listen, like any nothing map, you hate it, you question it, but you're still here, people. That's right, YouTube. You could have skipped ahead. Not that I'm suggesting that. Please don't. But you're still here. And so I appreciate that you guys are as crazy as me. Because my whole family still doesn't quite understand. They still ask questions. Are you still playing that stupid game? Yeah, I am. Well, it has been a while since we've had like a new nothing map. Because we did do a lot of them over the first like 2 years after the Forest Nothing video. They're making lots of progress here. And I assume it should only continue in this fashion. Because the more space they get, the better their eco gets, the more army they get, and then the further they break through. Once Castle Age comes in, for example, the longsword upgrade could make a difference. So No Trick Pony could maybe get to that in a moment. And then maybe some rams. And they'll be out of here in no time. Minimap is surely something else. Reminder that in order to trigger the countdown, you need to get units here, and then there's a 500-year countdown. So I think we're going to be here a while. I asked Hank how long this would take. He said 1 to 2 hours, which isn't... That's not uncommon for community games. So I trust him. Smallhead continues to just keep 10 vills in the TC and shoot down the buildings, but I don't know if they automatically attack the buildings. You might need to right-click. Looks fairly automatic, though, honestly. That's certainly a strategy. A lot of my instincts tell me it's not good to have 10 of your villagers not working. But, I mean, you also don't need to spend resources on army. I guess eventually you might need to anyway, so... But this is just the no military approach, or very few military... A very little military approach. God, I couldn't even find Orange's TC for a second. It's all wedged in here together. And we got Rams as the approach for Orange, but I think the Rams are trapped right now. The Rams are trapped. So Orange has to chop the trees first and free the Rams. There is a ram down here. Remember, they can't see what the others are doing either, which adds some spice to this. So everyone's kind of doing what they think is best. I do not have an idea of what the others are doing. Now, it looks like... Oh, shoot, I forgot puppy saturation was gray. Oh my god, that's gotta be the worst! You literally blend... You look like Gaia. Gray blends in. Oh, that could be a strategy for later on, you know? Just kind of chill with some knights in someone's base, and they'll think you're Gaia, and then right when they least expect it, you start to attack. Wow, Solaire has made a lot of progress over here with these Man-at-Arms. Wong would be very proud of how well the Celts are looking right now. And that militia disrupting the farm. And Man-at-Arms not too pleased about that. Is going to batter him down. Superior form of infantry wins the battle. All right. Actually, it kind of feels like Teal and Purple might find each other. I mean, Teal is going towards the monument, but Purple's going to the north. And, oh no, red dropped. Oh no. Well, we lost one to Gaia Nothing. Sorry, WDW kid. He's in my chat now saying rip internet. Yikes. Do you want me to call your ISP in the middle of the game? I think we'll have time. They could put me on hold. I don't care. We'll make it content. I'll call them. So, do you know who I am? Are you familiar with T90? He was in a T90 community game. Sorry about that. Yes, please. I've been dropping work calls all week. Okay, I'll give him a call. I'll give him a call. Oh, we got a castle here from Tedic. And ballista elephants. Well, they're not the best at destroying buildings, but they're not the worst either. You also can chop through the trees, too. I don't know if that's a good thing, because you kind of need the trees. But it's cool to see the variety here. We've got Mamelukes from Puppy Saturation. Mamelukes should be better at destroying buildings than the ballista elephants, sorry. Looks like they do 10 damage versus the building with each hit. I guess it may depend on the building and the building armor, but... There's, again, a look at the resources remaining. It's surprising that there's apparently 800,000 wood out there. But there is. Economically, everyone's pretty close. No Trick Pony has more villagers than anyone, though. And there's also Vikings, so free wheelbarrow and free handcart's pretty strong. Also 2 town centers producing bills. Rams. Longswords. Yeah, let's not forget, guys, I used to work for a company, for an internet company, and I handled their phones, so... I was helpful, but only as helpful as I could be. I feel bad for WDW, kid. Those phone calls probably aren't fun. Just hopefully he doesn't say that, you know, the person's name is Chicken. I had that happen once. Progress being made. And a whole lot of the same. Now, it feels like this next layer is where things get tricky. Like, they're going to encounter a castle, and they're going to need imp, probably. Has anyone seen a castle yet? Snippy, no. Orange, no. Purple, getting very close over here. But they're probably thinking this can't possibly get worse. And it can. Yellow's getting pretty close to some castles over here as well. I think, like, humans would be absolutely insane for this because you could get Capt Ram and Castle Age. I think any civ that gets Siege Ram could be really good. Celts should be amazing here. Ethiopians have really good siege as well, for Smallhead, for example. I'm trying to figure out why green has so much score right now. compared to the others. Only 38 vills. I think you do get score for destroying things, right? I don't know how much... I don't know if you get score for destroying Gaia units. But maybe green is destroyed the most. I don't know. WDW is out, unfortunately, due to internet problems. And orange is building a castle here. Eventually, we'll run into Gaia castles on this side. Oh. Is there going to be a stat at the end that shows how many raisings there are? No! It doesn't count against Gaia! Oh, that's sad. That would have been a really fun stat, but apparently it doesn't count as a raise if you raise Gaia. I'm not sure what Snippy did. Did Snippy kill his own buildings? How does that... I don't even understand that stat. Someone make it make sense. But kills against Gaia do count. So there is that. I'm guessing Snippy somehow destroyed one of his own buildings. I can always check the in-game stats. It's possible in-game stats would show it. But I think Capture Age and in-game stats go off the same thing there. So... Dude, if you could find a military unit that also just shreds buildings, that kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Whereas if you just go for siege, eventually you can't use the siege against the monument. So I'm liking the infantry approach. I'm liking the Mameluke approach. I'm just a big fan of Mamelukes, honestly. I wouldn't mind some Woad Raiders either. I wish I had a count for how many buildings were on the map right now. At least with a castle, it will take out any units that are nearby, but then also any buildings as well. Because there will occasionally be a Gaia unit hopping out and attacking you. Like here, Gray's crossbows, and there's a monk. Wait, is that monk converting? I think that man-at-arms just got converted there. I guess I never thought that Gaia could convert. Because how does Gaia control the unit afterwards? But probably the same as the other units. There we go. Smallhead says, guys, I have 4 different whiskeys next to me. Age 0 to 18. Almost as old as I am. Dude, if you're almost 18, I think you should put those whiskeys back in the liquor cabinet. Put dad's whiskeys away. All right? He told you to stop. Puppy Saturation says, so all underaged. It's about time these guys talk. No Trick Pony says, have you found the monks yet? And Purple says, yes. Unfortunately, the bane of my existence. Okay. They're making progress, guys. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it also depends where you're from. What's the drinking age in the Netherlands? I know, like, our base in chat is from the Netherlands. Is it 18? Okay, 18. Got it. I think the UK is like 16, right? Is that correct? Or is it also 18? Oh, it's 18 as well? Did it used to be 16? I could have sworn it was 16. 16 is Austria and Belgium. Okay. I mean, as an American, that's crazy to me. I mean, it's also crazy that our drinking age is 21. Like, the fact that you can go off to war, but you can't have a beer legally is pretty wild. But still, like, I don't know. I know what I was like when I was 18, and I don't know if I should have had legal access to beer. I'm just saying, like, I'm sure it's probably fine. I think 21's a little too old, though. I don't know. I'm not a legislator. Apparently, Smallhead has 4 whiskeys, though. Good stuff. We got Mamelukes still making progress. 89 villagers for No Trick Pony is crazy, dude. That's crazy. And the eco seems to be working. I'm seeing like a new lumber camp or a new mining camp going up all the time. You probably can't really pay too much attention to how efficient those are. You just got to get them up there so your villagers can drop things off. But when will we have Imperial Age? It feels like Imp needs to happen soon, and my answer will come shortly. Orange actually has Imp in queue behind a villager right now. Oh, shoot. Yellow and Teal have found each other. We actually have a battle. This is supposed to be a Gaia Nothing, but they found each other. Oh, man, what are we doing, guys? I mean, Teal's cutting to the north, and Yellow's kind of cutting more towards the south. They weren't going directly towards the monument. Ballista Elephant should be insane here, though. And both of these players playing in their first community game. We do actually have a castle from Teal. I wonder if it's worth it for these guys to talk and make a deal and not attack each other. Well, clearly Yellow has no interest in that. What if Yellow can't even tell? Like, Yellow's just so used to destroying buildings, Yellow doesn't even know that this is the enemy right now. No chatter from either of them. Yellow's Rams won't be stopped. That castle's going to go down. The Ballistas are going to kill a bunch of Vills. And El Boro might get defeated here if Yellow keeps this up. This is really crazy play from Yellow. Yellow's an imp? What? I didn't realize Yellow was an imp as well. Oh, man. That means Trebs. That means maybe some upgrades on the Ballistas. This is a problem. The Ballistas do need to back away for now. The Khmer also gets Siege Ram, which could be helpful moving through the Gaia. And Puppy Saturation said, thanks for the reminder on Arson. Yeah, if you don't get Arson, it's a pretty big mistake if you're making infantry. Arson only helps infantry, though. It doesn't help other types of units. Fortified Church is getting taken out. Snippy and No Trick Pony are getting really close to seeing each other as well. They're really close to noticing each other there. Again, it's like just the direct... I think they're just trying to get as much space as possible. But if you go to the sides, you might encounter the enemy. Just thinking the same thing. Now, it's a straight free-for-all. There's no alliances here. You could have some type of an alliance technically and just make a deal, but... Unfortunately, this could be pretty brutal here for Teal, unless Teal can change Yellow's mind. There's no real incentive for Yellow to keep Teal around. If you get rid of Teal, you're probably not going to be pressured on that side when you eventually go for the monument. And the monument countdown hasn't started yet. This is what the map looks like, though. Can we salute them, please? I mean, when we started, you weren't really able to even see the player town centers. So they've taken this opportunity, and they have run with it, and they played pretty well. I did warn people ahead of time this might not be too fun to play, but it's actually turning into a normal-ish game, you know? Ish being the key word there. If you're wondering how you counter Ballista Elephants, the answer is it's actually really tough. Genoese Crossbow should actually be pretty good if you get upgrades, because they do bonus damage. That might be your best option. Oh, that is the Imp TC. Imp is Teal's only hope. No, it's at 90% repair. Repair. Oh, no. Imperial Age denied, as if this wasn't already bad. A Snippy. Does he see Orange is here? This could be a big battle. Yep, they can see each other here. Orange should be able to see... Actually, Orange doesn't see Snippy at all. The Snippy must have that extra vision because of the units here. Berserks don't have as much vision. I think having access to bombard cannons when there's a Gaia wall between you could be pretty nice for Snippy, if he chooses to make it. Oh, man. Green has gone for mass crossbow. That's going to take a while. They fire faster, though, guys, so there's hope. Oh, no. El Boro Loco. Boris running for the Treb. Is going to lose. I think these Vills... Do these Vills have Loom? Oh, they do. Oh, they got to keep that castle up. And they pay a heavy price. But, hey, the Treb will go down. Castle stays up. Teal stays in this game for now, but I think Teal's soon about to be defeated. Painful, painful, painful times. But it's going to be painful for the others as well. We got two of the top players encountering each other here. And this is now open. There's an opening between Snippy and No Trick Pony. Both in the Imperial Age. Will they make army to go out and destroy the other? Or are they just going to be at peace here? El Boro tries to speak. Speaking of, like, the ridiculousness of age ranges for drinking, can we talk about the fact that the average player for this game is probably above the age of 25, and we have basic words being muted with a chat filter? I don't think Teal swore there. But we don't know. And now Teal says, see ya in a year or two when I get Pickup rigged again. Oh, no, Boro. No, Boro. I feel so bad. I shouldn't feel bad. This is Yellow's fault. And I guess that's Teal signing off. And, well, Yellow, are you proud of what you've done? Well, probably. How does Teal alive? Oh, there's a longsword. Teal probably couldn't believe that he wasn't defeated yet. This is his hope. This is his dreams. T90, here in Bulgaria, there is no minimum drinking age. I don't know whether to believe that or not. There's actually no minimum drinking age? You just got 4-year-olds just, you know, swinging down there, putting whiskey in their cereal? Interesting. All right, there goes the longsword. Longsword's revenge. Good work. Good work there from Teal. Longsword keeping him alive. Big fight over here, and Snippy might die. We've got a lot of berserks. We've got trebs. And Snippy is just now building archer ranges to make elephant archers. But there's a lot happening and fast, and I think Snippy's about to be wiped off the map. Teal was just defeated. Gray says, I'm getting defeated by Gaia. And so one player died to internet circumstances. The other player died to enemy. Yellow salutes the player he just defeated. And I think Snippy is going to go down next, guys. Gaia's still a large threat, though, that players need to be careful with. I think Snippy is doing the right thing. I think going elephant archers is the right play. But he clearly was just not prepared. And Orange has really been insane this game. Like, consistently had the better economy. Built up lots of infantry and kind of had it ready. Now, I don't see how Snippy's supposed to stabilize here. Like, there's a castle in his face. There's berserks everywhere. There's trebuchets taking down his buildings. The Yellow now gets to come over here and has all this free real estate that Teal freed up. But no one has made it to the monument yet. Like, if Gray makes it to the monument while everyone else is fighting, for example, it could be really strong. Smallhead says, total brain overlord over here. Snippy says... Snippy says to Orange, these are not Gaia units. He's like, it's okay, you've made a mistake. But I'm not Gaia. I'm a Gaia, but I'm not Gaia, you know? You're attacking the wrong Gaia. Well, I think Snippy's gonna join El Boro in the afterlife here. It's funny, too. It's like if you try and escape, you're just gonna run into a Gaia castle or something. And there's berserks everywhere. Snippy's buildings are going down, and Snippy will be next. I'd feel bad for him, but I have also seen him snipe dozens of people over the past 8 years. So I think my sympathy for Snippy is a bit lower than I had for the average player. Also, I don't know if Shulker is here, but Shulker from Regicide Rumble will probably not feel too bad here for Snippy. God, I got to start moving around. The lag is insane. Oh, no. Oh, no. What have I done? Okay, apparently if I zoom out a little bit, that fixes it. So basically, if I don't click or move much, it's still doable. Mamelukes are elite now. I think if Gray actually patrolled these things forward, they'd be doing pretty good. And Gray's got Trebs as well. Gray's going to make a lot of progress over here. Purple getting Siege Ram now. That should also help. Until the units attack, though. Because you'll eventually take out the buildings and then free up the units. Guys, should I try and select the whole map and see how many Gaia units are out there? I forgot to do that. Maybe I should do that later. No. This is what we're going to do. At the end of the game, if you remind me, I will do it from the very start. That way we can see how many Gaia units were there. What I don't want to do is do it now and then look like an idiot because the game crashed. So we'll do it after the conclusion of the game. Gray's like super confused. Like 3 people are out of the game right now. Gray hasn't seen anything but Gaia. But yeah, well played from Orange. And Snippy's out. Would be so funny if the game just crashed. No, it wouldn't, Waxer. This is good content, all right? We'd be denying the people of what they want. Smallhead says, rip the snip. Rip the snip. What does that want? A vasectomy doesn't work? Rip the snip. Anyways. Grace is my castle just fell, question mark. I missed that. Are there Gaia trebuchets out here? I don't know if there's Gaia trebs, and I don't know how that would have happened. Shouldn't be able to destroy your own buildings. I think they might have forgotten this is King of the Hill, guys. The yellow seems to be making some progress there. Oh, there are Gaia trebuchets? Where? Oh! Yo! Okay, so there's quite a few of them, actually. There's 3 of them on screen. They seem to be positioned around the edge, but that's probably not always consistent. So Gray probably dropped a castle somewhere and it got nuked by a trep. Makes sense. Or a bombard cannon. Oh, shoot. Or an onager. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out here. Eventually they can get to that monument. Unless they just kill everybody first, like... Okay. Here goes Orange. Into the narrow opening of Gaia buildings. And this is just suicide, I think. There's mangonels, there's a scorpion, there's cav archers. There's even a monk in there that got a conversion. Yikes. You gotta be careful. Smallhead says, to any of my friends still watching this, I'm terribly sorry. Smallhead probably texted some friends and said, hey guys, you know that official guy I told you about? I got rigged into one of his games. And those friends are questioning their friendship with Smallhead right now. Like, how on earth could Smallhead have thought this would be fun? Yellow's been an absolute savage. Purple says, back off, bleep. Probably tried to say Tedic, but D-I-K is against the rules. I know the filter, trust me. Tedic says, I must take your life, my friend. Did it once before. Why not do it again? We got elite ballista elephants here. And, I mean, we also got heavy scorpions, too. So lots of scorpion-style units. That could be pretty fun. Someone says, I just joined now. Could you sum up what is happening? What is happening is every player that is remaining in this game are doing something which you don't see in most Age of Empires 2 games. And it's called questioning their own existence. That's what's happening. They're like, why did I sign up for this? What? I could be doing so many other things with my time right now, but I am doing this. That's what's happening. So I hope that sums it up. 90 army right now for Smallhead. Not a lot of siege, though, but that's a lot of Arbalest, which could be a problem for Arch. Gray is getting close, guys. Gray is slowly making it through to that monument. The yellow, with a lot of fighting words, just said, I must end your life. But I think yellow might have met his match here. Celt Scorpions are great against elephants. Honestly, just like Ram Scorpion, and there's actually not a lot that the Khmer player can actually do here. Except use their own Ram against the Scorpions. That's an option. But Khmer don't get Bomber Cannon. They could go Onager. Smallhead says, Mr. Pony, may I suggest we work towards the middle? I am a peaceful head. And Orange says, JK. Well, it's like, do you want to... It almost feels easier to just attack a human where there's no Gaia units than have to go through this, like, weird little choke point with random surprises. So, I kind of understand why players might want to fight each other. The Scorpions should be doing a pretty decent job here, especially with the Ram buffer. And yeah, Yellow's elephants are starting to go down. What Yellow could do is drop stables and go for Hussar. But honestly, if there's enough Scorpions, like if you get to 30, 40 Celt Scorpions, even the Hussars will start to die. And it looks like it's going to be Champions as well from Purple. Wow, really sick play. Random Petard here. Just getting taken out by a Scorpion. And then a random Cav Archer that's already killed a unit. 1 hour into the game, Gray is getting ever so close to starting the countdown. And I think if the countdown starts, that's when everyone's really going to start to focus on going to the middle, if they're not already. Yellow thought it would be epic to use the phrase, I must end your life. And now Yellow's life is going to end. Smallhead says, I have found a bleep cathedral. What? WTF is a bleep? So probably talking about the Quimper Cathedral. But again, the chat filter is broken and it's stupid. It should at least be an on and off option. And apparently you can't say Quimper for whatever reason. It's literally in the game. It's in the game. Just like take your stupid filter and copy everything from the game and put it onto the allow list, guys. It's annoying. Sorry, it's added frustration from every time I've tried to say GG or there is his doc and it bleeps it. Anyways, I don't know what the Quimper Cathedral is. We could maybe look it up at some point. I am looking forward to seeing it fall, though. But there's a list of monuments in the game that are not actual wonders. So there's like a whole nother list of monuments. And apparently, when the first version of this map was made, if he didn't use the Quimper Cathedral, King of the Hill would be glitched. It wouldn't work. So Quimper is a city in France. Okay, that makes sense. Because this looks very similar to the Notre Dame Cathedral. Actually, a nice stained glass work there. Whoa. Can't really tell what's on it, but the detail is decent. Oh, we missed a cathedral falling. Well, we'll have to wait for another one. I'm sorry, I suck. There's going to be another one. Oh, Orange just lost the castle to the Treb. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Yellow is, you know, trying to recover here. Thankfully has a lot of space here towards the back. But I mean, this composition here from Solaire has been fantastic. Scorpion, Ram, Champion. And is going to free up all this space. There's lots of stone and gold on screen too. Yellow needs to find something else to work with here. Smallhead is building a castle which looks pretty aggressive. And Orange doesn't like that. It's going to tell Smallhead to stop. Purple actually says no. But that's not Smallhead's response. Hopefully Orange will realize that. Still no countdown in the middle. This is now a doubt castle. This castle gets denied. And Gray still making progress. Oh, this is pretty cool, guys. I think the unique tech is in for the group healing. And that one monk is healing up the group right now. It's actually a really strong tech. I forget the name of it, though. They used to have a tech called Madrasa. That's not the name. The new one, what's it called again? Chat will know. You guys will help me. Ah, it's Barista Man. Yes. Yes, it's Barista Man. That's not actually how you pronounce it, but that's what we choose to say. All right. They're getting there. They're very close. Now, Gaia shouldn't be able to hold the monument, by the way. But finally, after this long journey, I think the monument will come under human control. It still does feel like, even though green and orange are making their way towards the middle as well, it feels like they may butt heads on this border. It seems like they have an agreement right now that they're not going to attack each other here, but still, it's so easy for them to do that. Yellow's trying to recover. The yellow just trebbed a monk, which was kind of funny. The yellow does have onager now, too. Maybe that's what yellow was missing earlier. But I think yellow doesn't have space and doesn't have an economy to compete with this anymore. Purple's at 91 villagers. Yellow's just at 40, so... fights have to be perfect for yellow now, or this will be a problem. Watch us get all this way and the countdown doesn't even work. Come on. Hey! We did it! Let's go! Let's go! And now we only have to wait 546 years until this is an actual game. I was concerned there for a second. All right. That's a whole lot of rams. A little bit of choo-choo action here from Orange. So like I thought, these two are going to engage on the flanks. No real answer to the rams right now for Smallhead. Smallhead can destroy what's inside the rams, but the rams themselves don't really have... there's no answer at the moment, so those castles are going to melt pretty quick. I think the Arbs, though, should take out the Berserks pretty quickly on the flip side. The Siege Ram is so good against archers, guys. Always need to consider it. It's going to force green to probably make some show tells. Oh, the Berserks are actually owning right now. Holy. Oh, the Berserks are insane. I completely underestimated them. It wasn't just the Rams. The Smallhead needed to back away and pull the Arbalest back and hit and run. That didn't really happen. And now the castles are starting to fall. Everyone seems really preoccupied with killing the player they're fighting their 1v1 against. And then Puppy Saturation is continuing as 1v1 against Gaia. Which is what this map was kind of designed around, but it's a frustrating enough experience against Gaia then when you factor in the opponents. I think the safe play is to just try and win your 1v1 so then you don't have anyone pestering you anymore. Now, let's not act like Gray is just going to straight up win this game because the others are fighting, though, because we got 500 years to wait. That is a really long time. However, Saracens, one of the better civs to have in the game in late stages. Mamelukes, one of the better units to have. Gray should definitely be the favorite right now. Yeah, in-game, it should be way harder to see Gray on the minimap than Capture Age. Capture Age actually puts Gaia in white. I think Gaia on the normal minimap is more gray. Oh, man, purple is actually cut through here. Could maybe attack Gray. And purple has not moved towards the monument at all. And Gray says, no, not, like, don't do that, purple. And yellow says, I know that pain. Smallhead is recovered. Looks like Orange is no longer making progress here. And Orange is actually going to be helped out by Gray if Gray continues to ram down some of these buildings. Like, if this little section gets opened up, Orange and Green could both run through there. And here is another Quimper Cathedral here. Man, I missed the other one as well. I said I was going to show the Quimper. I keep missing it. And Purple's going to actually leave Yellow alone and come over here now. Interesting. Let's check stockpiles real quick. Remember, no trade. Well, it's not amazing. It's really not. I would say that No Trick Pony seems to be in a pretty good spot with the food. Gold could probably be a little better for everybody. There's 270,000 gold out there, but you have to take down buildings to get to it, so I think that's kind of a deceiving stat. Let's see how these Mamelukes do against the Scorpions. They should destroy the Scorpions very quickly. The Scorpions are actually attacking Gaia right now, so it wasn't a really good test. And the Scorpions are melting the Mamelukes. Yo! It's not Kelt eat TC, it's Kelt eat everything but TCs. This is where you'd probably want some of your own siege if you're Gray. Bombard cannons, onagers could help you flatten down these Scorpions. Yellow had the realization to go onager, but it was just too late. It still feels like these two do not trust each other. And there will be constant engagements here. Smallhead hoping to wall it up. But that will be denied by the skirms. And soon the siege will go for the castle as well. And Purple's going to signal Gray's base. And this 1v1 is going to begin. And Puppy Saturation says, that's not my base. That's just Gaia. That's funny. That's so funny. Again, I think in the game, everything blends in a lot more on the minimap than it does here with Capture Age. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, geez. It looks like Gaia's controlling these units. What's happening? Well, it wasn't too bad in the end. I guess he wanted the treb. And the Mamelukes still doing work against anything that comes in close to them. 420 years. Big fight here. Oh, Smallhead, your friends are watching. Your friends are watching. You got a micro better than that. Well, they know what to expect. Let's be real. They're your friends. They know better than anyone. The Arbalest having to back away is only one part of the problem. Let's not forget. There's not a lot of gold. So there's not a lot of gold. There's not a lot of stone available. And so this castle is just going to be trebbed down. It feels like Smallhead is going to start to fall apart here. And then Orange will be uncontested, headed towards the middle. Probably to compete with Gray. As for what the Vikings will make, I think that's kind of a tricky topic. Vikings are tough against most of the civilizations out here. But I mean, No Trick Pony has already pushed back the Ethiopians this far. I think No Trick Pony could be in a really good spot in this game. A 260k gold out there, but it's all protected by Gaia and a pain to get to, so. Just like before, though, it feels like maybe Smallhead is going to survive this wave. And maybe Smallhead could be okay. And Purple, I think, kind of regretting pushing Gray. Similar to when Yellow regretted pushing Purple. And Yellow should be trying to work towards that monument, in my opinion, but still pretty far away. So, 400 years. Still a pretty long time. Same situation for Smallhead unit-wise. Up against the lot that Arbalest just don't have an answer to. Skirmishers in the siege. So I think Ethiopians would ideally have their own siege. And Puppy Saturation says, Perp, this is just the cost of doing Gaia business. Liking the Gaia jokes. I'm not sure if Gaia appreciates it. But 61 army for Gray. Rams camping in the middle. Mamelukes around to heal up. And Purple taking heavy losses. Looks like the Trebs for No Trick Pony will focus down the final castle for Smallhead. I'm not seeing the situation change. I'm seeing some fight, of course. But I think a fight with just worse units here. The combinations from No Trick Pony have been really nice. The skirmishers with the berserks, with the rams. And Green says, all of this over one castle, Orange. It was just that castle, which was a little bit further forward to your liking. And I don't know what SMSH... well, geez. SMSH is? Shake my... Oh, shake my small head. Is that intentional? SMSH? Shake my small head. Says small head. Oh. Is that a thing? Does small head do that? Or was that just a perfect misclick? I don't know. Okay. I didn't know small head did that. Yeah, if it wasn't intentional before, it is now. Smallhead says, Orange is here. He will murder you all. And Orange says, I was the one attacked. And Smallhead just says no. There is actually one castle remaining here. Smallhead is like trying to chop and trying to use siege to run away, but is only running into more and more Gaia units here. What would be interesting is we could add up the kills and we could add up the deaths at the end of this game, and we should be able to find out how many kills Gaia has. I've seen a decent amount of conversions as well. Kyla in my chat says, Smallhead, you got this. Your two best of friends are watching. We are giving you strength. Okay, Kyla, I got news for you. Smallhead doesn't have this. I appreciate your positivity. I think that's an amazing thing. And you're a great friend. But you are very misguided. Smallhead does not have this. Smallhead's in trouble. Don't get your hopes up. Don't crush my dreams, please. I'm sorry. I'm the worst. And Purple says, we need to take the center. And Puppy Saturation says, yes, take the center from Gaia. He continues to act like it's not him. It's not me, guys. It was Gaia. We look the same. Treb goes down. Smallhead about to be defeated here. Defeated by who? I'm not sure. Could be Gaia. Or could be No Trick Pony. Most likely going to be No Trick Pony here. And Smallhead says, Orange is still on me for some reason. Yeah, but I mean, at this point, you just got to finish the job. There's still 300 years. You don't want, like... What would Smallhead do if Smallhead came back in this game and Gaia just sniped a castle? Gotta love that. Smallhead would go attack Orange. Right? So, Orange doesn't want that. 1890, I saw your Survivalist vs. Bloodless game. It was awesome. What's the game with the highest Eco KD you've seen? Hope the games have been great. I once played in a game where the Eco KD was over 1,000 kills and 1,000 deaths for villagers on both sides. I've had higher than that. So it was like... At like 1,300 Vil kills by me and like 1,100 Vil kills by the enemy, and we ran out of trees. That game was like 2 to 3 years ago against an Italian player. So that it's happened, but it's really uncommon. So it was on Hideout, so those games go on for a long time. A Smallhead said, I thought I was a head. GG. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Smallhead. Okay, so Smallhead out of the game. We have 4 people remaining. Yellow, of course, kind of picked a battle with Purple earlier and got pushed back. but has since had some time to recover, is actually trading with Gaia. Yo! No wonder Yellow's not attacking here. Yellow with the smart play, and Yellow's actually trading with the Gaia market. I did not think about that possibility. I don't know if it's good, but it certainly doesn't hurt. Gray is alive and has the middle, but soon will be accompanied by Orange. And Orange has been an extremely skilled player here, so I think Orange is... Even though the composition's not going to be great, I think Orange is going to be a threat. If you look at the stockpiles, Orange seems to have the most gold. I think just maybe sold off some food to get that too. So I guess like Yellow's not going to make a move just yet. Yellow's just cleaning up all the Gaia in the backyard. I hate it when Gaia sneaks into your backyard. And no. This is the problem with this strat, is you look away for a second and your units destroy the market you're trading with. Now, if that were a player, your trade carts would go to the next available market, which is where? It looks like they just stopped with the Gaia market. I don't know. There's certainly going to be, like, there's a market there. Yeah, I know there's literally one on screen, okay? There's a lot going on. Don't make fun of me. Yeah, there's, like, one here. There's a bunch of them, okay? But all that matters... Oh, my God. Gaia's in the trade. Gaia is in the trade. I think this is a Hussar that was converted. Oh, crap. Oh, no. This is so bad. Okay, I think the Hussar will go down. That's definitely the one that was converted because it has upgrades. And the normal Gaia units do not. That's Siege Onager for Puppy Saturation. Like, Vikings cannot kill Mameluke Siege Onager. They just... Yeah, they just can't. I think what they could do is they could out-eco, right? So if you just have the better economy and you can have acceptable amounts of losses in your fight, you just have to hope that your opponent can't afford more Mamelukes and Siege Onagers then. That's the hope, but I don't know how realistic that is. And now it's getting down to the wire here at 236 years. A Yellow should not have said the words against Purple. Really motivated Purple. Yellow picked a battle with the wrong player. And Purple, I think Purple is like... For this game to be competitive near the finish, Purple needs his own path towards the middle. And I see that as a weakness to the situation right now because Purple does not have a path to the monument. Instead, Purple has a path to Gray's base, and the Siege Ram Mameluke combination just working so well here for Puppy Saturation. Now you gotta watch for the random Onager through the trees. That has 16 kills over here. And it looks like Orange has just found a lot more gold, which could lead to more Arbalest. But advantage Puppy Saturation. Purple still focusing down Yellow. Yeah, that's true. I think the Wonder should give you a little bit of resources since it's King of the Hill. I forgot about that. You can actually look. You see how some of these resources are trickling up by one? That's because of having the monument. Didn't think about that. Yeah, like Purple, if he comes in here, just gets splatted. Purple doesn't have any activity to create their own path, which is what I think you need to do. Also, what is that monk converting? Is it converting the villager? It's taking forever. Oh, wow, just converts the vill. That's super annoying. Gaia can't even use the villager. That's so annoying. The monk has 5 conversions. It's just non-stop. Oh, man, and they're everywhere. 190 years on that countdown in the middle. Again, I'm not going to really, like, judge orange too heavily here if you can't beat this comp-wise. This is just... Vikings are just not a great late-game civilization compared to the Saracens. But, I mean, I would say still making your own onagers makes sense. Onagers Arbalests, and it could work. You do need to slightly outplay your opponent, but No Trick Pony has kind of slightly outplayed everybody here. Berserks are going to run in to snipe the onager. And we'll snipe that and back away. If Purple was trying to get everyone to focus on the middle, and then maybe just decided, well, that's not going to work. Let's just go for yellow and get my revenge. And yellow says, only to us, guess I will die. And it's a sad realization, I imagine. But yellow seems happy to have played and says, thank you, T90. Yellow, you played way better than I expected after the start. He says, my death will not be in vain. Okay. Maybe yellow's got a plan here. Berserk's going in. Treb's going in as well. But the Berserks are all gone. The yellow, I think, just going to give up. And let purple end up getting the kill. And the sooner yellow's out of the game, I think the better this is for the finish here. Because purple needs to somehow disrupt gray in some way. There's no king to kill. I got the impression that yellow really wanted a regicide game based on some of the diplomacy and whatnot, which is not what we had here. I didn't want to further complicate this situation. And No Trick Pony's just saying my units are not really great for this, which is completely fair. But Celts, if the Celt player could get Siege Onager with Halp could change everything here. I think this is now... Remember, they can't see what's going on the other side. So orange is going to tell purple to mass at the same time. Yellow says, I thought you would die, but I died to you instead. That is fine by me. Well, that's fair. Seems to have a lot of respect. Meanwhile, purple is just like deep down, just like, can you call it already so I can focus on the rest of the game? Just like, get out of here. Die. There's not a whole lot that yellow really has left. But if we wait around for yellow to be defeated, I think this is gray's game. And purple says, sorry, there could not be jolly cooperation this game. Orange might think that's in response to him, which it's not. And Tedic 500 will go down. Lots of respect between the two of them. But, like, purple right now, as yellow's saying goodbye. Goodbye, cruel world! There needs to be a push. There needs to be a lane opened up through all this Gaia. Like, there was a time for peace. And it was that time where other players were working towards the middle. I guess what happened was when yellow cut into purple's base, it just became time of war. The yellow says, Astor killed me, let there be vengeance. Well, the vengeance here, my friends, is controlling the middle. And I don't know if orange can do it alone. Yellow's like... Okay. So I had, you know, like the classic, like, middle school relationship where you're talking on the phone and you're like, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. That's what yellow's doing right now. Yellow's like, I'm dead, but I don't want to be dead. I'm dead, but I don't want to be dead. No, I want to keep talking. I have good phrases to say, but I'm dead, but I don't want to be dead. Getting every line out that he can to close this out. I don't know why my brain went there, but, you know, it did. Onager is not something that orange had last time. You group up enough onagers, you can still flatten the Mamelukes. It might not be siege onagers, but it's still strong enough. With a mix of arbs and a mix of skirms to back it up, could be doable. Yellow is out of the game. That's a lot of Mamelukes in the middle. And now purple is starting to make progress, guys. Building a castle. Moving in with rams. And purple's saying I'm moving to the center again. Gray's always kept this like extra line of defense here just in case purple comes in. Gray doesn't see anything anywhere else, but not too far away is purple. 88 years. Dude, that's just crazy, though. 70 Mamelukes. The only good thing here is there's a lot of choke points. So, it's likely that these Mamelukes are going to stack up from time to time. And then you could maybe get a big onager shot. Again, purple on the way, but there's still Gaia units hitting on the other side. It's still not easy. There's trees in the way and everything, too. All right, here we go. Rams going in for the trebs. Now, Orange definitely listened to me when I said do not trickle treb. So we'll take out the castle. But we'll lose the trebuchets. Now, let's see. I mean, you can see the onagers are doing work here, guys. You can't just patrol in any longer if you're puppy saturation. And this is actually a really good fight for No Trick Pony. Puppy saturation realized and tried to split up his units. But a lot of those Mamelukes, what did I say? 60 Mamelukes have gone down. And with purple coming from the other side, there might actually be hope that they can disrupt this. If it isn't for freaking Gaia, like these mangonels and these onagers and these bombard cannons in here are hitting the rams and are slowing this down significantly. This is exactly what you want to try and do if you're puppy saturation, is you use small groups of Mamelukes to snipe the siege, but it didn't work. 59 years. And remember, it will also reset if Gray doesn't have a unit in the middle at all times. No Trick Pony playing out of his mind right now. And puppy saturation probably sweating. There also looks like there was a little side scuffle over here. I don't know where the siege onagers went for Gray. I could have sworn Gray had them. Maybe Gray lost them on the left side. I'm not really seeing any ruins. But the switch into onager with the berserks and everything else has worked out well here so far for No Trick Pony. This is before purple gets here. There's still trebs firing on the castle. This could be a problem for Gray. Mamelukes alone is not it. Purple's almost through, guys. Doesn't seem to have a lot of production buildings nearby, but still. Could at least help. And also could just come in this way. Like, if there's also... Oh, there's the siege onagers. I was going to say, if you ram down this castle, that could be a problem for Gray on the other side. But the siege onagers should defend that. Oh, man. Gray's got all of his units here towards the front. Bit of a misclick, maybe. I honestly think Gray should bring all of his pop to the middle. Even villagers at this point. Because it's very likely, if this gets reset, you're not going to do it. Because things are starting to get really messy now. So I think all hands on deck, every unit to the middle. It kind of looks like that's what Gray is doing. We're seeing Gray bring the vills. You just need one unit in the middle at all times. But this is getting really close. It's going to be a photo finish here on Gaia Nothing. Let's see it. The vills are going to melt. There's no more Mamelukes in queue. More vills are on the way. I'm going to try and keep everything selected here. I don't think he does it, guys. I think it gets reset. And Gray realizes it too. Look at the other vills coming. The next batch of vills kept him in it for a couple extra years. Okay, more vills in the middle. 15 years, though. I think the vills will die. And when it resets, it's probably going to be oranges. 12 years. Mamelukes. Mamelukes. Resets. Puppy saturation is probably dead. And now orange has it with 95 years remaining. I mean, again, Gray's got problems here. Gray does not have an eco anymore. Sent everything to it. And puppy saturation says folded like a wet rag and just resigns instantly. Doesn't really have much, I imagine, right? You look at the stockpile, there's really nothing in the bank. That was everything for Gray. Orange has good resources. Purple has good resources. I, again, would prefer the Celts here. I think where the difference is that I think Berserks now become very, very strong. So Celts really need Scorpions to deal with Berserks. And for Scorpions, you need lots of gold. And Scorpions are kind of clunky as well, so I think... And also, the path for Orange is pretty far away from the main base. So, you know, you see there's a lot of army here. How long is it going to take to get to the middle as things stand? Orange has that free open path right to the middle, so the reinforcements are quick, and Orange has 100 army. Orange might do this. Really hurts Purple that the units are slow and there's no direct path. And it's too late to make that direct path. You really don't have that choice. If anything, you might want to, like, go through Gray's base. By the way, Gray played a very good game here. Gray, one of the few people who didn't, like, try and attack the other people. That might have happened if WDW Kids Internet didn't suck. But yeah, Gray, you know, I enjoyed the Gaia jokes. Played a solid game, but just unfortunately folded near the very end. But without that, we wouldn't have had maybe as an exciting a finish here. No one wants to see the first person who goes to the middle win. But I mean, here, honestly, we might see the second person to go to the middle win. So siege and infantry. That's what Celts are good at. That's what is needed here. Champion or Woads with Rams and Scorpions. The Elite Berserk is superior to Champion. It's actually better than Elite Woad Raider as well. So that's the fear here, which is why you need healthy Scorpion numbers. And when I say healthy, I'm thinking like 15 to 20. 15 to 20, and you're doing a really good job with a bit of a buffer. And we've got 15 here. And there's more traveling around. Now, there's a Gaia Halb that I guess was converted, sniping the Scorpion, which is annoying. I think Orange will want to try and use any onagers to snipe the Scorpions. 38 years remaining. It's going to have to be one crazy push here from Purple. And you can start to see how, like, how awkward this is looking to push through this area. And I think with the clock ticking here, Purple not able to get the units together. Man, this Bombard Cannon, or is it a Bombard? Yeah, this Bombard Cannon has 26 kills here. And it's just feasting on all the Scorpions. Yikes. I think Orange is going to take it. Orange has the resources. Orange has units in queue. Orange is fully popped. 110 army. 25 years. And Purple just really struggling to get everything together. And you need it all together at once. But then you're always tempted to push. Because you don't want to you don't want to wait too long. I think Purple's biggest downfall will be never cutting their own path towards the middle. That's going to be the main thing Purple will look back at. Maybe instead of attacking Gray earlier, Purple could have spent a little bit of time to, like, go through and make a path to the monument. Yellow kind of started it, right? And that's what, you know, Purple then had to finish off Yellow in a massive 1v1, but that's probably the main thing you look back at here. It's crazy to think that there's apparently still 222,000 gold on the map. If you look around, you don't really see that much, but it's all just wedged in between, you know, all the Gaia buildings and units here. Purple says, alas, my peasants foolishly walk on foot instead of astride ponies. And then resigns. Wait, you didn't even give him the wonder victory. Well, I love the sign-off. But we didn't even get to the wonder victory. I guess Purple just resigned, realizing this would be the end. And the GG is, well, sort of, kind of called. What a game! So, this is how it ended. Let's not forget how it started. That's crazy progress from everyone. I'm hoping Capstrage will pick up on the stats such as, like, buildings destroyed or maybe the main game. But I wanted to see if I could select Gaia with this. Apparently, it does not allow me to select Gaia units, which sucks. I can just, like, randomly click. There was 267 mills. There was 1,600 stone wall pieces, 128 universities, 106 siege workshops. I'm just clicking wherever I can. I guess we'll never know how many like Gaia units were actually out there. And honestly, the more I think about it, it's going to be really tough for me to be able to click a Gaia unit because it's all wedged in between a bunch of buildings at this time. So what we can do, though, is we could kind of... Oh, well, hold on. We need to go to the end again. We could kind of do the math in theory to find out how many kills at least Gaia had. I'm going to leave that up to someone else as I just talk about some of the other things. But, yeah, here is the KD for the players. Now, I'm guessing in theory, right, you could just add up the kills from the players and then add up the deaths, and the difference between that should be the amount of units that Gaia's killed. But well played, WDW kid, killing 7 units and losing 0. Not many players that could say that. KD looked very solid all around for almost every player here. Even Snippy, who went down pretty quickly, had a solid KD. Again, I don't know if that factors in units, like if you killed Gaia units. I know that like the raisings don't actually factor in, unfortunately. It would have been cool to see how many buildings they raised. I'll check the main game in a second. But yeah, it was a pretty competitive game. This was by no means easy to play, but look at the economy there from Orange. That was what won Orange the game. So again, if you have a worse comp, but you have 80,000 more resources to work with, you can eventually kill a better comp. And getting that type of eco setup on a map where you're constantly dealing with so many distractions is pretty impressive there. So well played. I'm going to just quickly check. No promises here. I'm going to quickly check and see if in-game shows the raises. And the answer is no. Yeah, it still says the same status capture age. So unfortunately, we don't have any more data points to work with there. But it was still fun. Am I going to do this again? Probably not. I feel like it's probably not something I want to run a second time unless there's an update. Am I happy I did it once and we experienced Gaia Nothing? Yeah, I think so. And I hope that people out there appreciated the scripts, appreciated the dedication to it, and how extreme it is, which is essentially what Nothing maps are designed for. And I hope that the players are given a lot of respect here as well, because, I mean, my goodness, this is how they started. Dude, it's crazy. To look at how we started and then look at how we finished is just ridiculous. Like a Forest Nothing game where they chopped through all the trees. Only here, they were losing units to conversions and kills constantly. And I imagine it wasn't near as fun. So, certainly not as satisfying as a Forest Nothing game where it's just, oh, the sounds of chopping the wood. Here, you've just got attack signals and Wololos and bombard cannons flying in towards your face at all times. Did it show units converted accurately here? Okay, actually, that's an interesting point. I think this is accurate. So the desertion stat, right, should be accurate to what Gaia did. And we had 94 units converted on Orange's side. You had 81 units converted of purple. And that alone right there is insane. And then you had like around 20 for some of the others. So around 200 Gaia conversions there. Now I'm waiting for the math in chat. Someone said there's 3,473 kills and then 3,100 deaths. So about 360 kills for Gaia and then 200 conversions for Gaia, according to the calculations from one person, which I'm trusting can do math. So